Hello there, it's the Honest Fago here again. C'est moi. And I'm musing on intimacy today in my pink jumper. And I'm a sex worker, by the way. If you don't know me and you don't know my jumpers, I've got a great selection of jumpers. I'm a sex worker and I talk honestly about sex work. The nitty gritty of it. All the stuff you really don't want to know, to be honest. I come out with it. Now, if you're enjoying these vids, subscribe, like, share, etc., etc., etc. Now, I have been musing. Hope you're well, by the way. Hello. I have been musing today. Well, I muse quite a lot on this because I get my dander up. I get my own dander up. I'm often to be found getting my own dander up. I irritate myself. I spend a lot of time by myself. So I get into my own little funk. I stew in my own juices a lot. And I shouldn't. Now, but sometimes when I do, I muse about things like intimacy. Amongst other things, which I won't go into. I've been watching some YouTube videos. You know about my Sex is Hard Work project. Oh, I've got a video on anyway. I've got a YouTube video on my Sex is Hard Work project, which is the name of my memoir, my one-woman show. I give talks in that. I'm a public speaker. I give talks in that name, Sex is Hard Work. I'm going to branch out into stand-up as soon as someone will have us. I'm desperate to do a bit of stand-up. And that'll be based on the Sex is Hard Work project. So as part of that, I have been watching. I like to make my arguments as robust as possible, and make sure I've considered things from every angle and what really are my opinions and what. And so I've been watching a lot of YouTube stuff about sex workers, a couple of TED Talks by sex workers. I watched another YouTube channel from another sex worker who I've found on YouTube. She's not as good as me. She hasn't got as good a range of jumpers as me, and that's a problem. She hasn't got any funky jumps. Now, well, she might have, but she ain't wearing them. Now, so and different debates and things online about sex work, anything I can find. I read a lot of stuff, whatever, just to make sure that my Sex is Hard Work project, it all feeds in. Like the feedback I get on YouTube, the feedback I get reviews of my book on Amazon, the feedback I get from me public speaking, it all feeds in to the whole project. And a lot of it went into the one-woman show to make it as robust and as entertaining as possible. As a theatrical extravaganza. I'm determined to get that on the stage. Now, so it's gone very sunny. I'm in my little French doors bit. I like sitting in my little French doors bit. Very sunny. Now, I've been musing on intimacy. Because one of the sex workers on YouTube was given some old tut about it being intimate, the job being intimate. And I think one of the other ones as well, the word intimacy kept coming up. What is intimate about this shit? There ain't nothing intimate about hiring a prostitute. Intimate. Do they understand what the word means? It's actually the opposite of intimate. Number one, you can't buy intimacy. There's lots of things you can't buy. You can get somebody pretending to be a lot of things, but there's lots of things you can't actually buy. You can't buy intimacy. That is pathetic. It's grotesque, is what it is. I find it grotesque. Sex work a lot of the time. That's the word that comes to my mind. It's a grotesque pastiche of something that is beautiful. Attraction, physical attraction, and then taking it further to romance, a relationship, sex. That should be beautiful, and that is given freely. I ain't giving anything freely. and it ain't intimate. It is the absolute opposite of intimate. It is the least intimate thing in the world. If the clients are finding it intimate, they are batshit. They're deluded nut jobs who I think should be locked away. Don't get it. It's not intimate. And you can't buy intimacy. So this is my argument. I really don't know what other sex workers are going on about when they bang on about this kind of thing and kind of having a load of sympathy for the clients. Right, I've seen many clients who, yes, are just, there's one tiny part of them that's a client. I've met them for an hour of their life when they're a client, right? They've got loads of other stuff going on. They're whole human beings. But I'm seeing them for that hour. They have had the entitlement, or the selfishness, the ego to pay a random woman who they absolutely don't know. And let's face it, any normal adult who's lived for longer than 5 minutes on this planet must know that a hell of a lot of women do not go into sex work because they are happy, because they are really happy, fulfilled, well-balanced person. I think I'll become a prostitute. It doesn't happen. That does not happen, right? So they are willing to use a woman's body for their own sexual gratification. Fuck her. Well, literally fuck her. But it doesn't matter about her. She's offered herself up as a prostitute now, so she's kind of like negated from the whole process. But they will still go through the motions of, part of them, because of the ego, genuinely thinks enjoying the sex and wanting to be with them and enjoying being with them. No. You would like to think I am. I'm not. If only you knew what was going on up here. So that's their delusion. Of course I have sympathy for some clients. Their wife died, they want a bit of intimacy with a woman. They're lonely. There's lots of different sob stories. We've all got our sob stories. I'm a 50-year-old prostitute. I too have a sob story, but I don't bang on about it, and I don't pay some man to lick me clit to help us through it. I just get through it myself. And also, the fact of the matter is, I had a job this morning. What you're doing is, I'm an intelligent, capable 50-year-old woman who should have done something completely different with her life but didn't, who's ended up here in this situation, trying to make use of it by doing this Sex is Hard Work project, trying to put those 20 years to use and make something positive out of it, in a creative, constructive, intelligent way. And I'm dressed up like a secretary in stockings and suspenders this morning, prancing about like a mindless tit for some old fucker's sexual gratification. And that's what I'm reduced down to. A big pair of knockers and an arse in his face. And that's what everything, all my life experience and everything in my brain, everything in my heart and soul is reduced down to at that point. So is that intimate? Did I miss the intimate bit there? I must have missed it. It's not intimate. It's stupid. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. A man being able to buy a woman's fanny shouldn't be able to happen. Men shouldn't want to do that. I know that is so naive. I know. I'm stream of consciousness is the thing. Stream of consciousness the thing. Right? No, I don't know how you spell that. They shouldn't want to do it, but they do. And I live in the real world. Boy, do I live in the real world. That's why I've been selling me fanny for the last 18 years. But they shouldn't, in an ideal world, they shouldn't want to do it. And the fact of the matter, they shouldn't feel entitled to do it. And they shouldn't think it's intimate. Because that makes me feel sick. So, goodbye.